Hello everyone. Today, we are going to study quadrilaterals. Imagine stepping into a world where shapes tell stories and every corner holds a mystery. Are you ready? Let's set sail on this geometric adventure. First off, what exactly is a quadrilateral? Picture your favorite park or a page from your book. A quadrilateral is like the outline of that park or the frame of your book. It is a two-dimensional shape with four sides and four angles. Just like every park has its unique design, quadrilaterals can be very different too. Now that we know what a quadrilateral is, let's think a bit more. Have you ever wondered how the angles in these four-sided figures add up? The sum of the four angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. If we draw a diagonal in the quadrilateral, it divides it into two triangles. And we know the angle sum property of a triangle, that is, the sum of all the three angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. The sum of angles of ADC is equal to 180 degrees. The sum of angles of ABC is equal to 180 degrees. By adding both we get A plus B plus C plus D is equal to 360 degrees. Hence, the sum of the four angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. There are different kinds of quadrilaterals. According to the need, we use them. Let us look at these one by one. A square has four equal sides and four right angles. A rhombus has four equal sides. A parallelogram has two pairs of parallel sides. A rectangle has four right angles. Two pairs of adjacent sides are equal. A trapezium has one pair of parallel sides. Among these types, parallelograms are quite special. Let's find out why by exploring some cool properties they have. Theorem 1. When we divide a parallelogram into two parts diagonally, then it divides it into two congruent triangles. Triangle ABD is congruent to triangle CDB. Theorem 2. In a parallelogram, opposite sides will always be equal. Here, AD is equal to BC and AB is equal to CD. Theorem 3. A quadrilateral will be a parallelogram if each pair of its opposite sides will be equal. Here, AD is equal to BC and AB is equal to DC, then ABCD is a parallelogram. Theorem 4. In a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. In ABCD, angle A is equal to angle C and angle B is equal to angle D. Theorem 5. In a quadrilateral, if each pair of opposite angles is equal, then it is said to be a parallelogram. This is the reverse of Theorem 4. Theorem 6. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. DE is equal to EB and AE is equal to EC. Theorem 7. When the diagonals of the given quadrilateral bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. This is the reverse of the Theorem 6. Midpoint theorem. Imagine you're building a bridge between two towers. If you start from the middle of one tower to the middle of the other, your bridge will always run parallel to the land. That's the midpoint theorem. A line joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. If a line segment joins the midpoints of the two sides of the triangle, then it will be parallel to the third side of the triangle. If AB is equal to BC and CD is equal to DE, then BD is parallel to AE. Converse of midpoint theorem. If a line starts from the midpoint of one line and that line is parallel to the third line, then it will intersect the midpoint of the third line. If D is the midpoint of AB and DE parallel to BC, then E is the midpoint of AC. It's like the midpoint theorem, but in reverse. Conclusion. We learnt about different types of quadrilaterals and some very special properties of parallelograms. We also learned about midpoint theorem of triangles. We hope that you have understood the topic. You can now study chapter notes, Watch video lectures and solve MCQ tests of this chapter on Edurif to ensure you score well in your school exams. And that's not all. You also get amazing courses for maths, science, English, Hindi, and much more for class 9. Thank you.